Hey, Scott Himmelstein with the Scott Himmelstein Group. Welcome back to another edition of our video blog. Today we're going to be giving you a real estate update of what's happening locally here in the real estate market here in Southern California. Before we do that, a reminder, if you're a home seller, check out our free home value report. And if you're looking to purchase homes, we have a free MLS search tool for properties all over Southern California. And additionally, this time on our video blog, we also have a link letting you know where all the different fireworks shows are going to be on July 4th as we get ready for the 4th of July. All right, so we're talking about what's happening locally here in our real estate market. Well, the biggest thing is, since we last gave you an update at the end of April, is that the inventory has increased. And that's kind of very typical as we now, the end of the spring selling season into the summer selling season, this time of year typically usually has the most properties for sale. Now, the properties are still selling, but when you look at the inventory, the numbers have definitely increased. Now, not by a lot though, as much as you normally would think. So if you look at the end of April, you had about 2,200 homes for sale in the entire San Fernando Valley, and right now we're looking at about almost 2,700 properties for sale in the entire San Fernando Valley. Now, if you go down to Porter Ranch, back at the end of April, you were looking at about 65 properties for sale. Now you're looking around closer to about 90 or so, give or take a few. Now, if you really think about it, that's still not a lot. Now, as we've talked about many times before, in order to have an even market where the buyer and seller neither has an advantage, you need 7,000 properties for sale in the market. Obviously, we're significantly below that. And even here in Porter Ranch, obviously, it's not where it was back in 2008, where you had over 200 properties for sale at one given time. So the inventory is still quite low. Obviously, there's more to choose from for buyers than there was a month or two ago, but the inventory is still quite tight. So that really makes a difference. And it's also played out in the numbers that as you constantly see new properties come on the market for sale, there's so much demand up there that the inventory doesn't really go up as much as you might think, especially this time of year, just because the demand is so high. And that's really reflected in the fact that you look at the amount of closed escrows. And the amount of closed escrows is almost 30% from this time a year ago. And your last month alone in May in the San Fernando Valley, you had over 1,700 closed escrows, and that's actually up from about 1,300 from about a year ago in 2016 at the same time. So the other big news is obviously that the Fed raised the interest rate again, but the rates really haven't been affected. Since the beginning of the year, they were actually hovering about 4.5%, and rates right now, buyers are qualifying between 3.75% and about 4%. I would say by and large is what most buyers are qualifying right for in this market. So right now the market's still very strong. Properties are selling if they're priced correctly, and there is, like I said, a really strong demand across the board. If you have any questions about the real estate market, feel free to give us a call, 818-396-3311, 818-396-3311, or visit us online at scottworksforyou.com. And hope everybody has a safe and happy 4th of July.